Hi, friends. How are you? Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I saw you last. I hope everything is going well with you and you've been exploring and you've been reading on your own and you've been hanging out with your parents, maybe your siblings, but I just really hope you're having a great life. Okay, today's story is super special for so many reasons. One, it's about a dragon and a lizard. I mean, come on. And they live in a swamp. So that's really, really cool. The other thing that's special about them is they are from a series of books called the Serendipity books, which are books that I first started reading when I was a little kid. So these are really special to me. The other thing about our story is this is like our first big story, you guys. This is like the first long story. So I hope you stay with me because you're going to really like the story. And then we have a really fun activity after where we're going to explore where the dragon goes and what they're doing and who they're hanging out with and maybe some sounds and words because, you know, I always like to throw that in too. And yeah, I think you're going to really like this story. So without further ado, the name of this week's story is Creole. This is the dragon. His name is Creole. And then this is the alligator that he meets. And this is a serendipity book. And it is written by Stephen Cosgrove and illustrated by Robin James. Are you guys ready to read the story of Creole? I think you're going to like it. All right, friends, here we go. Beyond the horizon, in the middle of the crystal sea, was a beautiful island called Serendipity. There were forests and meadows and much, much more. More magical than most was the Weaseland swamp. It was a foggy morning deep in this swamp. From a bumpy speckled egg, Creole was born. She was big and very, very ugly. She had warts on her fingers, warts on her toes, bony pointed knees, and a big beak of a nose. But beneath all of that, which made her seem so ugly, was the most beautiful heart that had ever beat anywhere on the island of Serendipity. Because of her beautiful heart, Creole thought the most beautiful thoughts that could ever be thought. She was gentle as butterflies' wings because her heart was as tender as could be. Day in and day out, she would sit alone, sniffing the flowers and talking softly to the trees that grew in the swamp. One day, as she was sitting beneath the large knobby knot tree, Creole whispered gently to the wind, "Maybe I should share all of my lovely thoughts of joy and happiness with the other animals that live in the swamp. Maybe that would be a good thing to do." So with that in mind, she waddled off to find some of her fellow creatures with whom she could share her love and friendship. But it was not as simple as Creole had hoped it would be. As noisy as that swamp could be with all the animals living there, it would fall into a silent hush as Creole walked by. The birds stopped singing, the possums played dead, and the alligators all slipped away. For you see, they thought that because she was so ugly, Creole just had to be mean too. Creole looked and looked, but nowhere could she find a single creature to share her thoughts and her friendship. Soon it became very apparent that all the other creatures were hiding from her, as if they were playing some mean-spirited game. Finally, after looking and looking, she sat with a heavy thump on an old rotten stump, where watermelon tears slipped down her cheeks. "Why does everybody run away?" she softly sobbed. "All I want is someone to share my thoughts with, someone that could become my friend." Large, oily tears rolled down her cheeks, over her belly, and finally landed with a wet kerplunk on the head of a tiny baby alligator sitting just below. He looked up and saw Creole's knees, and then her big knobby body, and her massive head. Surprisingly, the little gator didn't run away. Instead, he stuttered. "Why are you crying on me?" Creole looked down at the little creature sitting beside her. "I am so sorry," she sobbed. "I didn't know you were down there. The last thing I would ever want to do would be to hurt someone." Wiping a tear from her eye, Creole realized that the little alligator had not run away. She cocked her head and asked curiously, "Why didn't you run away like everyone else? Don't you think I'm ugly and mean?" I didn't run away because I want someone to talk to," the little gator said. "The others in the swamp all laugh at me because I stutter." Creole looked down and smiled. "I would never laugh at you." In a flash of understanding, they both realized they were exactly what each had been looking for: a friend. For the longest of times, the two friends sat talking and talking about this and that. They talked and talked like good friends all want to do. And then they talked some more. "It's too bad you and I don't have even more friends to share our thoughts with," Creole sighed. "I wonder what we could do to convince the others not to laugh at you and not to be afraid of me." There was no ready answer, and so for a while, they sat there like two bumps on a log. Finally, Creole clapped her hands. "I know what we can do! I'll hide behind a big bush, and you can stand in front. When all the creatures have gathered around, I will tell you what to say. They won't run away because they can't see me. I'll whisper wonderful things for you to say." Reluctantly, the tiny alligator agreed. Creole carefully hid behind a thick-leafed bush and gently pushed a very frightened alligator into the clearing. The alligator timidly called out for all the creatures of the swamp to gather around. He was so scared that had it not been for Creole holding him in place, he would have skittered away to hide. "Please," he stuttered, "they will all laugh at the way I talk." "Not to worry, little friend," she whispered, pushing him back into the clearing. "I will tell you what to say." Now the other creatures of the swamp, not seeing Creole, came out from hiding to hear what the little alligator had to say. When all were gathered about, the little gator carefully repeated all the wonderful things that Creole whispered from the bush. He spoke of the beauty of an early morning dawn and the miraculous glow of sunset that illuminated the swamp. He talked of love and, most of all, friendship. No one laughed at all. The creatures of the swamp were amazed at what the little gator said and how clearly he said it. For you see, when the little alligator was confident about what he said, he didn't stutter at all. Everything would have been fine had it not been for the nosy blue snake that happened to sneak a peek behind the bush where Creole was hiding. Panicked, the snake began to slither away. "Run!" it hissed. "The ugly, mean creature's behind the bush! Run for your lives or be eaten!" Creole reared up like a monster in a scary movie. "Wait! Wait!" she cried out. "I am not going to hurt you. We just want to be your friends." But the others were far too frightened by what they thought they saw, and they quickly ran away. Without hesitation, the little alligator chased after the others, shouting in a very crisp, clear voice, "Come back! Come back! Her name is Creole. She is a wonderful creature who wouldn't harm flea or fly. Come back!" The others, who by this time were well hidden behind bush and brush, wouldn't listen. It would have ended this way just the way it began, save for an old white heron flopping about on the top of the knobby knot tree. The heron actually listened to what the little alligator was saying. "It is pretty amazing," drawled the heron. "Creole has cured the little alligator of his stutter." Sure enough, during all the fuss and flutter, the little gator hadn't even stuttered not a single word. The swamp folk crept from their hiding places and cautiously moved back to the clearing where Creole and the little alligator were waiting. Creole, with a tear dripping down her beak, spoke softly to all of them about the love and tenderness that was stored in her soul. And then the most amazing thing occurred, for as Creole spoke, she was wrapped in the beauty that poured from her heart. The others listened, and as they listened, they saw Creole in a new light, a light that glowed from the inside out. Truly, she wasn't ugly at all. One by one, they all crowded around. Each and every one gave Creole the warmest of serendipity hugs as they graced each other with friendship. Never judge a book by the way it's covered, for written on the pages, there is much to be discovered. The end. Wasn't that such a great story? One of the things I think stood out to me the most in that story was how beautiful Creole was on the inside, but nobody could see that beauty. Everybody only looked at what Creole looked like on the outside. And how nobody would listen to the little alligator just because he had a hard time saying his words. But his words still mattered. No matter how hard it was for him to get them out, his words and his thoughts still mattered. So I hope that the next time you hear somebody having a hard time getting their words out, you will know that their words are still important and their thoughts are still important, and you will give them the time that they so deserve to have their thoughts and their words heard. And the next time you see somebody who might not look like you, you will know that they have something inside to share with you too. And I hope that you will stop and you will listen. Now, are we ready for our fun activity? We are going to find Creole in all these different scenes, and Creole's going to meet so many new friends, and Creole's going to go on so many adventures. Are you ready? Let's do this! Okay, here we have Creole over here. I always get so mixed up, don't I? I'm always over here when I should be over here. Well, here's Creole, and here's the little alligator that became her friend in our story, huh? So we have Creole above the alligator. Where is Creole? Above the alligator. Nice job. Okay, let's see who's next. Who's gonna pop up next? Oh, well now they're over here. Here's Creole, and who did Creole meet now? That's right, Creole met a bear. What sound does bear start with? It starts with a B. That's right, it's a bear. Bear starts with a B sound. Nice and gentle. B. Nice job. And Creole is sitting where? Next to the bear. That's right, Creole is next to the bear. I wonder who's gonna come next. Do you see it? Do you see where Creole went? She's kind of disguised. Oh, you do see her. That's right, she went into the tree underneath the bird. That's right. Okay, Creole, where are you headed to next? Where are you going? Let's see. Oh, wait a second. I see Creole, and I see a bunny rabbit right here. Oh, he's hopping on my hand. Hi, bunny. They are far apart from each other. They are not close to each other. They are far apart from each other. That's right. And bunny, like bear, starts with the B sound. Nice job. You're good at this game. My goodness, if I ever had to play a game where I had to find things or know the first sounds and things, I would pick you to be on my team for sure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here's Creole on the ground, and above Creole is a butterfly. That's right. So Creole is below the butterfly. And you are so right. Butterfly and below both start with the B sound. You are so right. You are on it. I wonder where Creole's going to go next. Creole's on a really great adventure. Where do you think she's headed next? Oh. It looks like she found a cabin in the middle of the woods. I wonder what she's going to do with this cabin. Well, right now she's in... Oh, I messed up again. Right now she's in front of the cabin. You're right. Do you think she's going to go in the cabin? What would she find inside the cabin, you think? Oh, she might. That kind of sounds like another story I know. If she went in and there was like cereal on the table and some chairs and some beds and she slept in all of them, that kind of sounds like another story that I know. Does it sound like another story you know? Oh, you might be onto something. I think she's ready to move on from the cabin now. Let's see where she heads next. Oh, well. Now she has two friends that she meets. She met two deer. Wait, do we say deers or do we say deer? Deers, deer. Deers, deer. Deer? It's deer? I think that's right. I think you're right. Yeah, that sounds right. Deer. She is between two deer. There she is, between the two deer. Wow, she is making a lot of friends on her journey through the forest, isn't she? I'm so happy for her. Oh. Okay. It looks like we have Creole. And then two eggs. She is between two eggs. That is right. What do you think is inside those eggs? What do you think might hatch out of those eggs? What do you think? Let me hear it. Maybe another dragon like Creole. Could be two more dragons like Creole. Oh, that would be so cool. Or a dinosaur? What? Oh my goodness. What would you do if you were sitting between two eggs like Creole and they cracked and two dinosaurs were hatched out of those eggs? What would you do? Do you know what I would do? I would run away. Ah! That's what I would do. I think I would run away screaming. What would you do? Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's see where Creole's gonna go next, shall we? Wait. Come back. Don't run all the way away. You gotta come back so we can finish seeing all the places and friends that Creole meets, okay? So hold on a second. All right, where's she gonna go next? Oh yeah, look at her. She's in between two flowers. Yes, there are two flowers there, and Creole is in between them. Flowers. What's the first sound in flowers? What do you think? That's right. Nice job. I bet she's going to pick those flowers for her mom. What do you think? Maybe. That would be so cool. Oh my goodness. Creole has found the tiniest friend out of all the friends so far. She found a ladybug. That's right. There she is sitting next to the ladybug. Where is Creole? Next to the ladybug. You got it. That is absolutely where she is. Nice job. Oh. What does Creole have? What is this that she has right here? What is that? It looks so familiar. I feel like I've seen it before. Oh, it's a map? Oh, what can we do with a map? What do you think she's gonna do with the map? We could go on adventures. Maps help us find where we're going. Maybe she's using the map to help her find other friends that she's going to find in the forest, like to help her guide her way through the forest on the different trails. I bet that's why she's using the map. I think you're right. Oh, hey, what sound does map start with? That's right. That's one of my favorite sounds. It always reminds me of like eating ice cream. When we eat ice cream, right? That's a good sound. I like that one. All right, let's see where the map takes Creole. Where are you gonna go next, Creole? Oh, they're behind me. Ooh, don't step on me. Oh my goodness. Creole found a moose friend. There's a moose way up there. She found a moose friend. That's right. Let's ask her this time. Where are you going? Let's go ahead and ask her. Where are you going? Oh, she came back down off the hill to say hello to her mouse friend. Hey, mouse starts with a sound too. Mouse. Oh, that's where she went next. All right, are we ready to ask her again? Where are you going, Creole? You ask her. Where's she going? Oh, she went back to the ladybug? Creole, we already said hi to the ladybug. Let's keep going. She's so silly. Now she's at the mouse again. There we go. Oh. She's hiding behind a mushroom. That's right. She decided to hide behind that mushroom. She's tricky, isn't she? She is hiding where? Behind the mushroom. Okay, let's ask her again. Where are you going, Creole? Oh, she climbed up this tree again to sit next to the sun. That's right. What sound does sun start with? Let's do it together. That's a silly sound. So Creole climbed up the tree to sit next to the sun. I bet she's getting nice and warm. Don't you think? She's just warming up on that sun. All right, here we go. Let's ask her. Where are you going, Creole? Where'd she go? Where? She's behind this tree. Creole? No? No, not this tree. She's behind the pine tree, like the Christmas tree. She's behind the pine tree. Creole. She's so silly. I didn't see her at first. She was hiding very well behind that tree. Thanks for helping me find her. All right, here we go. Where are you going, Creole? Oh my goodness! The floor is lava! Everybody off the floor, it's lava! Run, 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 run! Oh, wait. Come back. We're not done yet. Come back. Creole decided to go visit a volcano. Maybe those dinosaur eggs hatched earlier and the dinosaurs are up by the volcano and now she has to go see them? Maybe. Come back and sit down. I think Creole has one more place to go before she packs it up for the night. So let's ask her again. Where are you going, Creole? Oh, she decided to find a wolf friend, and she is above her wolf friend. Oh my goodness, Creole went on so many adventures today, and she met so many new friends, and she hid from us. She's a pretty good hider, huh? I think she's gonna go back to that cabin and have a little sleep. What do you think? Yeah, I think so. There she is. She did go back to that cabin for a little sleep. Well, friends, thank you so much for joining me today and listening to my story about Creole and the little alligator. And I hope that you learned how to make a friend in our story, because Creole just wanted to make friends, and so did the little alligator, and they ended up making so many friends, didn't they? Wasn't that a great story? Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our story. Until next time, keep reading.